Good morning, Aaron. I see you like the video. Will you please take part of the poll, sir? We're going to get started in just a moment. So, good morning, Mr. Michael. Good morning. Good morning. Guys, as y'all come in, I ask y'all double tap the screen for me, like the video. Guys, if y'all read the thumbnail is pretty much going to give you the news story talking about Karl Rove. Karl Rove's assessment of President Trump's first 100 days. And him thinking that President Trump is not listening to the people and how it's going to inform. Oh, I know, A-Rab, and I appreciate you, man. I love you, brother. I thank you for that support. You know what I'm saying, y'all? We got new videos up. But this is an interactive stream, how y'all are in the comments. That's how we're going to do it today. That's how we're going to rock. You know what I'm saying? It's analysis only. You know what I'm saying? So you guys give me y'all's thoughts, you know what I'm saying, as y'all come in. And for the people who are watching it after it's recorded, I just want to specify something. Guys, I'm an independent, okay? I'm not a Democrat. I'm not like an undercover Democrat acting like an independent. I'm a real independent. Yes, sir, that's my real name. Like, I'm a real independent. You see what I'm saying? So that being said, like, I supported VP Harris, but she didn't win. Because she didn't win, it's like I'm not against President Trump. I want President Trump to win. I'm very vocal and passionate about speaking my mind and what I think is going to be necessary for him to win. There is a chance that President Trump can do this without legislating. There is a chance, a slight chance. But I mean, he's going to need to legislate. That's absolutely 10,000% positive. So my opinion was, if he get with the Democrats right now, that would be a power move. You see what I'm saying? It would help him. It would look good. I mean, as an independent voter, for me seeing President Trump getting back in the White House and him, like, everything he's doing, like Karl Rove, the words that Karl Rove used is retribution. You see what I'm saying? So it's like everything he does, man, that's what it's looking like to everyone. It's looking like he's just trying to get even, or he's just upset, or he's just mad. You know what I'm saying? So in the meantime, the cost of goods, the cost of living, the cost of everything is still high. Ain't nothing got any cheaper. So that's the thing, man. Just the outside perspective, not a hater, man. It's like the people are thinking that, man, President Trump finna come into the White House, man, and he finna do something for the people. Man, remember back during like the hurricane and everything like that? You know what I'm saying? So he going out of his way, and he's making an appearance in North Carolina and Georgia. You know what I'm saying? He telling like the people that VP Harris and President Biden only giving people $750 for a natural disaster. You see what I'm saying? I mean, like, just the pre-election, man, the people just thought that President Trump was finna get in the White House and he was about to do stuff for him. Something. I mean, President Trump out of his own mouth. Who remember him hearing this? President Trump out of his own mouth, man, said that he's going to lower the cost of goods on day one. Like, guys, he had a whole shish kebab at the White House. He had a bunch of them. Y'all remember that? The garbage truck and the this and the that. But he had a whole shish kebab at the White House where he's got all these groceries up there. He's got eggs, he's got cereal, he's got milk. And he's saying all this stuff is too high. It's inflation. Joe Biden, he's doing a horrible job. He's letting all the people come in across the border. So it's just what the people are thinking. The people's just thinking, hey, President Trump is finna get in here. Y'all remember the last time President Trump got elected? Before he even got in the White House, what did the stock market do? Record. You talking about thousands of points, trillions of dollars, bro. Before, when President Trump was first elected, 2016, right? Before 2017 hit, people, them investors, bro, they were spending money because they looking at him flying around on the 747, bro, with his name on the side. He got his name on buildings and stuff. They like, oh yeah. He knows something about the economy. He knows something about making money in business. And then, y'all, he's relating directly to the people. He was relating to the people. So everyone's thinking that, hey, here comes President Trump, and President Trump's going to come in the White House. And when he gets in the White House, he's finna help us. He knows something about money. They're investing, spending money, stock market doing good. And he got that same playbook with the tariffs. Okay, he had some hiccups the first time with the tariffs with China, but he gave the farmers a stimulus. He bailed them out. That's why they voted for him this time. Fact check. You see what I'm saying? But with the tariffs, he cut taxes, economic growth, jobs, and then here comes COVID. So I don't blame that on him. The way he handled it, that's disputable. You see what I'm saying? But what I'm saying this time, the difference is what Republicans aren't paying attention to, what Karl Rove is saying, and what we're talking about this morning. You know what I'm saying? Amidst them blackballing me and everything. What we're talking about this morning is the fact that, bro, this is not 2016 through 2020 or 2017 through 2021. That's what they're not saying. Look at the signs. He didn't fire 300,000 people the last time he was president. There wasn't no Elon Musk there. There was a Steve Bannon. Malu, good morning, baby. She says, please remember to tap the screen, put a like, share, support the channel, and subscribe for more. Thank you very much, sweetheart. I would like to say good morning to you, and how are you doing? You guys, as y'all come in, please double tap the screen for me like Miss Malu says. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to the channel if you guys have not. Hit the notification bell. Most importantly, Republicans, Independents, Democrats alike, y'all come down and join me in the conversation. Miss Malu, I'm not sure. Who did you vote for? Did you vote for President Trump? You know what I'm saying? Are you a Trump supporter? Are you a Republican? Are you a Democrat? You know? And I just think people, man, they just take me wrong, man. They just have a misconception or the wrong idea. Oh, I'm doing great, baby. Thank you for asking. And I just wanted to know, who did you vote for? Are you Republican, Democrat? You a Trump supporter? I just think people have the wrong idea, man. Like they okay. So I'll be watching these people. Like I'll be listening to them, the pundits. So if you support President Trump as a pundit, then okay. So let's take the issue with the deportation. So he got this guy, and listen, the Trump administration said themselves that it was an accident for them to deport that guy. Hold on just a second. Malu says she's a non-political type of person. I told you I listen to the thing that works for people and for society. See, I like that attitude, Malu. And I'll tell you, baby, why I like that attitude. Hold on. What did I do? I'm sorry. I deleted somebody's message. I'm sorry, y'all, if I deleted the message. That was an accident. I was trying to pin Malu's message. Listen, I like that train of thought, Malu. You know what I'm saying? I think I deleted your message, Malu. I like that train of thought, though. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, look, we got to think about what's best for our country, not what's best for a political party. And when y'all understand the mentality and where I'm coming from, y'all gonna understand that it's not hatred. Like Malu just said, y'all, it's not hatred. Think about what she said, man. She's saying non-political. We're thinking about what's best for America. You can't tell me if you're a Republican, everything a Democrat's doing is bad. And if you're a Democrat, you can't tell me everything a Republican's doing is bad. I don't buy it. I think it's malarkey. Michael Thomas says, I voted Trump because I do not like how the Biden was doing as our president. Michael, can you specify that? That's the question, y'all. Can you specify that? Guys, welcome in, y'all. Please double tap the screen for me as y'all come in. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all hit the notification bell. But most importantly, guys like Michael and Malu this morning, I want to say good morning to you guys. Happy Wednesday, hump day. Y'all jump down in the comments, man. Y'all let y'all voices be heard, man. It's a freestyle stream today. Anything y'all want to talk about, we're talking about President Trump. I invite y'all to read the thumbnail, what Karl Rove has said. That is the topic of the conversation. Y'all listen, let's talk about immigration overall. Let's just do an overall immigration conversation, okay? Y'all want to do that? They was not talking to the public at all. Michael, who are you speaking of? You talking about President Trump? No, they're not talking to the public. But the Democrats are. Who wins? Like, listen, y'all, think about this. Think about this. Think about this. So, think about how long of a time period that it took the Republicans to win a popular election. Does anyone know? Malu, do you know? Michael, do you know? Can y'all put it down below in the chat? Because y'all know President Trump won in 2016, but that wasn't no popular election. That was the Electoral College. So I'm saying, do you know, the question for the chat right now, the question for you guys watching this video, do you guys know when the last time before 2024 a Republican won a popular election? Man, it's been a minute. You see what I'm saying? So, guys, my point is, over 20 years, the energy it took for them to flip things, the energy it took for them to get the most black voters ever, the energy it took for them to get Hispanic males and young males and to build a coalition and to get all those millions of votes, President Trump, over 150 years, doing something that hadn't been done in 150 years, being elected, almost died. All them felonies, the government trying to put them in jail, and then you win. That's greatness, man. I'm saying, but what happens if he gets impeached again? Is that greatness? No. I'm saying, what happens if, that's what I'm saying, y'all. I'm just trying to make y'all think, man. What's Malu saying down here? She says like a year. And then he worked before he even was elected. It's years and all of that. This is what I'm saying. The Republicans, to get that coalition, to draw in the African Americans and to draw in the Hispanic males, the coalition, the tech culture, the bro culture, J.D. Vance and Elon Musk, and to get so many votes. I'm saying you got to keep the coalition intact, because if not, 2026, I'm saying things going to change. We don't have another election. To keep the coalition intact, you got to speak to the voters, like Michael said, not just speaking to the voters. You got to listen to the voters. Malu, can someone put it in the chat? President Trump, you got to listen to the voters, not the billionaires, not your advisors. You got to listen to the American people. Malu says, please remember, y'all, double tap the screen for us, y'all. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all hit that notification bell. President Trump, we're just saying you got to listen to the people. That's our whole thing, man. That's the only way you're going to keep this coalition together. And that's the whole thing that Karl Rove is saying, y'all. We got a poll down below, guys. I advise y'all to take part of the poll, man. Y'all go read that op-ed article that Karl Rove had in the, I think it was the Wall Street Journal. You see what I'm saying? Do you guys think that President Trump is not listening to the people? That's the question. The whole question, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I would like some of you guys besides Michael and Malu to participate, like the video, you know what I'm saying? Because we doing analysis, man. Look, she says exactly, it should be about taking care of society, not to abuse it. That's the whole job of the president. He is an executor of the law. He protects the American people. You see what I'm saying? Now, Malu saying abuse it, I can't say how much I believe or would say that President Trump is abusing anything. You know what I'm saying? But I do know that he is not listening to the people. And why would I say that, President Trump? I'm saying that because when I first started Legal Wars Live in September of 2024, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, let's just say May, 8 months. 8 months ago, okay, you could go to Houston and you could get 18 eggs for $4.50, less than $5. Listen to me, y'all. Look, I'm just doing this content for the people watching it after it was recorded, because I don't expect a lot of people being here because of the title and the thumbnail, man. I'm speaking truth. I don't care if people don't want to hear the truth. I'm going to speak the truth. Y'all peep this out. I'm saying, though, President Trump was dogging on President Biden. Am I lying or not? Am I in the twilight zone or not, bro? He said that President Biden was the worst president in U.S. history. That's worse. Bro, look, you don't get no participation trophies in this game, bro. You got to be 10 toes on what you saying. He was dogging on President Biden. Y'all, was he not? He was saying that President Biden was the worst president. So if President Biden's the worst president in U.S. history, I'm common sense. Logic. So I'm thinking about this. Okay, so whenever President Biden was the president in Houston, I go and is. You know, the cost of living in Houston is kind of higher. So whenever President Biden was the president, SS Easy, good morning, baby. As y'all come in, y'all make sure y'all double tap that screen for me. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all hit that notification bell, man. All my mods, man, y'all keep that conversation, the chat going. Join Malu down there. And I appreciate the love and support in advance. Guys, listen. If President Trump is saying that President Biden is the worst president in U.S. history, no hate, okay? And so I'm in Houston with the higher cost of living, and in a city with the higher cost of living, the price of eggs 8 months ago in September, when we started Legal Wars Live, in Houston, the price of eggs is less than $5, okay? So now let's skip ahead to today. How much the price of eggs in your city, SS Easy? How much the price of eggs in your city, Malu? That's my question. Because I'm saying I go to a city where the cost of living is supposed to go lower and get less eggs, 12 eggs, and they almost $2 higher. 12 eggs is now $6.60. That's not why the people elected him. I'm saying, to be honest, y'all, to be honest, if people knew that the cost of living would get higher under President Trump, do y'all think they would have voted for him? That's what I'm saying. Do y'all think President Trump is doing enough? That's the question. To help the people. Is he doing, are we seeing a lot of executive orders? Is he doing enough to lower the cost of living? Because the Democrats said they're ready to work with him, but President Trump thinking he could do it on his own. And I'm not saying that you can't do it on your own, President Trump. It's quite possible that you can and will do it on your own, but it'll be much harder, it's much riskier, and you could fail. Why not just work with the Democrats, President Trump? You hate him that bad? Malu says she get eggs from her neighbor. Man, I heard someone say eggs in New York City were $9, like 20% increase. How much is gas where y'all at? Y'all, let's talk about it, man. Michael says $4.99 for a dozen. That's pretty cheap. Michael, where are you located at? You know what I'm saying? SS Easy says between $5 and $7 a dozen. SS Easy, I know you told me before, but I forgot where you located. Guys, y'all make sure y'all double tap the screen if y'all haven't already. That helps us in the algorithm. Y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel, and y'all make sure y'all hit that notification bell. I just want to let you guys know too, guys. I know we don't have that many people in here right now. Super chat, super thanks, super stickers. The donation buttons all down below. Starts at 99 cents. Any donations you give to the channel would be much appreciated, guys. Channel memberships also start at $2.99. That same button with that $ in it. The donations are much appreciated. Most importantly, guys, y'all join us down below in the comments, man. Let y'all voices be heard. Michael says Morgantown, North Carolina. So in Morgantown, North Carolina, 12 eggs are $5. That's not that bad. Not that bad. Oklahoma City, they're between $5 and $7, so about $6. But what I'm saying to y'all, Michael, what I'm saying to you, Malu, baby, and SS Easy, what I'm saying is were the price of eggs today, are they the same price that they were, or were they cheaper? Are they the same price or they more? Because what I'm saying is if they $5, with what President Trump was saying that the prices would be lower on day one, they would be like $3.50. So I did all that as an intro just to let you know when you hop on YouTube and you see this content, man, it ain't no hate. You could take it as haters if you want to, or you could heed it as a warning. It depends on how you take it. You could take it as hate or you could heed it as a warning. One or the other. You know what I'm saying? Because I promise you, I ain't got no hate in my heart for nobody. It's not that serious to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be president. I'm not in no political party. I'm just telling y'all what I see. Malu says it's not about us. What's it about then, Malu? Because that's what it seemed like it's about. That's what I would say too, baby. Oh, okay, Michael. I got you, my brother. I know, Michael, but this is what I'm saying. Okay, what Michael said, y'all, we're going to take a second and we're going to go over what Michael's saying. Because I think what Michael's saying is very, very relevant for our conversation this morning. Michael says it's important, it's impossible to make prices cheaper on day one. That's common sense. Michael, why do you think he said it then? Because he said it. Y'all want me to find it and play it for you? Because he said it. He said on day one, I'm saying it's day 100, and they still ain't cheaper. And what I'm saying is we've seen him do, Michael, a lot of things, but we have not seen him do nothing to address it. And in the meantime, the Democrats are doing rallies. The Democrats are coming out publicly. Hakeem Jeffries. Go look at the content, man. Coming out publicly. I did a video and I did a story and I was on IG trying. Hakeem Jeffries said he ready to work with you, President Trump. Y'all get that? Y'all go tell somebody. Go tell your congressperson. Go tell somebody, y'all. Hakeem Jeffries, the Democrat, said that he ready to work with you, President Trump, to put aside the differences, to lower the cost for the American people. I'm saying, which one of these politicians care about the American people? Y'all, who they care about? Michael, who they care about, baby? Malu, tell me who the politicians care about. 5 Mile, tell me who the politicians care about. Who they care about, Malu? Because I'm saying if you care about the American people are in pain, they're suffering. Is that not so? Oh, you say that. Oh, I make pretty good money. I ain't doing that bad. I ain't hurting that bad. But I'm saying the American people need the help. They need the assistance. So I'm saying, who these politicians care about? They care about special interests? Because it sounds like Bernie Sanders might know what he's talking about. Y'all think Bernie Sanders know what he's talking about? Y'all get down in the chat and let me know. They care about special interests, y'all. The billionaire club. Who these politicians care about? Because I'm saying, if you care about the American people, man, the American people do not care about your beef or your retribution, President Trump. They don't care about none of that. You said you want to make America great. The way you make America great is you lower the cost of goods. And at the same time, you increase the revenue for the nation. He increasing the revenue, but he ain't doing nothing to help the people. And that's what we have a problem with. You know what I'm saying? Michael says, hold on, Michael. Michael says they say a lot and don't do what they say, and it goes both ways. Yes, it does, Michael. And I'm not trying to put, that's why I said I'm not trying to put that on President Trump, but President Trump, the big dog right now. President Trump, you the big dog. So you got to come through, President T. You the big dog. You feel what I'm saying? Malu said he said it, but the word came in between happy life, more wants more, they can't get enough. So how we are just pawns in the game of chess. Yes, indeed. Politicians don't care about no one but themselves. They drink champagne while their soldiers risk their lives in war. Michael says it's going to get worse before it gets better, no matter what happens. 10,000% it always do, Michael. Always do. Anytime in a transition, or if there's something that you're doing that, you see what I'm saying, you're trying to accomplish something, that's part of, like, it's like, if you building, Michael, a building, like, you got to get in the dirt and lay the foundation, and like, it's hard labor. If you know what construction, you ever did construction, laying sheetrock and laying shingles, you see what I'm saying? But it's a goal. If you know what you're doing, and if you build that building right, you could build a beautiful picture. So I'm not saying that President Trump, I think President Trump is building. It's a good point, Michael. I think he is building, and I think it will get worse before it gets better. I think he has a long view, a long-term view. Like with China, I don't have no problem with China. I support those tariffs. But President Trump, like, there's some sort of stimulus you're gonna have to give to he's gonna have to address the American people, because people, like, okay, so I guess in his mind, or his economists are like thinking that the American people are not doing that bad. But what I'm saying is, President Trump, you've been in the White House for 100 days. And if we watch you on the campaign trail, and we not some Kool-Aid drinkers or Trump supporters, we remember you saying how bad it was, how expensive cost of living under Joe Biden, inflation, he the worst president ever, ain't nothing went down, ain't even addressed it. That's all I'm saying, y'all. If President Biden was the worst president ever because of inflation and the cost of living, President Trump, then what's that make you? Because it ain't got higher. You hadn't addressed it. And VP Harris said it was gonna get high. That's my only point, y'all. I'm not hating on the man at all, y'all. That's my point. That's my only point. Michael Thomas says they need to make the jobs keep up with the cost of living. They do. Listen, I'll say about that, I'll say that he's not that bad on that, though, Michael. At all. He's not. Y'all make sure y'all double tap the screen for me, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all hit that notification bell, guys. Super chat, super thick stickers, super thanks. Start at 99 cents. Channel membership start at 99 cents. Michael Thomas, man, if you want to become a member of the channel, $2.99. Hit the button with the $ below. Make sure y'all definitely, though, if y'all have not liked the video, you know what I'm saying, make sure y'all definitely show some love. You know, guys, let me see what Michael just says. He says the jobs up with the cost of living. So what I'm saying is Michael, it's got to be high-paying jobs. It's got to be the yeah, I understand the jobs up. It's got to be, but I'm saying if we look at the job numbers for March, I don't know. I think the April numbers are going to be considerably worse. That's a forecast, y'all. Brian C. He say Trump. That's my brother, y'all. My brother in the stream. I gotta stand up for that. Brian C, I see you come in, baby. Make sure you double tap that screen for me. Brian C, 3 months. Legal Wars Loyalty. Thank you, sir. I love you so much. He says Trump. Look, I'm not sure about the April job numbers, Michael, but what I'm saying is for the March job numbers, okay? They were good for President Trump. That shows a strong economy. That's what we saw from him last time he was president. I got to be fair. The March job numbers for President Trump, he added 100,000 more jobs than they thought he would. So I'm not, but that was happening with Joe Biden. We don't know how much of that is President Trump. I'm not hating on President Trump about that. But what I'm saying is that I think there's gonna be jobs. He's good about that. I think he'll create jobs. You know what I'm saying? He didn't create, but he will create jobs. I think he can make the stock market rebound. Because it's still down from when it was an election. See, that's not what happened last time. I think the biggest thing that has to happen, though, that he has to bring down the cost of living. I don't see Brian C., Michael Thomas, Malu, baby. Maybe one of y'all could tell me. But can y'all tell me a way y'all could see politically that President Trump could bring down the cost of living for the American people without Congress? Without legislation. Anything he does, he's going to have to use Congress. He's going to have to work with the Democrats. So I'm saying, why wait till later? Why not do it now? You don't know what's going to happen, President Trump, in 3 months. You see what I'm saying? Why not do it now? They might have an advantage on you or something when they strategically, they might have an advantage on him to where he going to have to go talk to him. And he not getting no good deal. Like I'm saying, like if in my opinion, I would do it now. I would address the cost of living right now, y'all. That's what I would do. Michael says, I'm gonna be real. I made good money, 86K last year. That's not enough with this economy the way it is. What Michael said is just all that I'm saying right there. Michael, you just pretty much, if you just keep talking to the American people, the voice of American people, if it come back, and I agree with that too, Michael. Because Brian, the problem is the way. Okay, so I'm not gonna hate. I'll give you this, President Trump. President Trump, when he first come out talking about that pain and all that stuff he was talking about, and the chainsaw and all that stuff they was doing at first, and the language, his language was wrong. So I'll say now, yes, that has improved. Everything they say is positive. Investments, I'll give them that. That's good job, President Trump. Like you listening to somebody on that. Good job. I'll give you that. Okay. You know, no more pain, no more new tariffs, no more crazy stuff. Like we're going to leave that where that's at. You know, that's going to help the stock market not bottom out. But I'm saying President Trump, to get the economy that you want, where you're trying to go, he could fix the deficit with China. Y'all, he might fix that. He might not fix that. We're going to find out. But he could fix it with China. He could fix it with the rest of the world. But that doesn't help the cost of living for Americans today. You talking about something long term down the road. We talking about today, President Trump. We need something today for the American people. You know what I'm saying? Y'all tell me where I'm wrong. And if y'all read the thumbnail, y'all get the news. I put it down there, the news article that Karl Rove, a very well-respected, intelligent Republican strategist, you know what I'm saying? He said if President Trump don't listen to the American people, it won't end well. And that's just the way I see it, guys. So I just wanted to put that out there, y'all. I took about 40 minutes, y'all, just giving y'all all my thoughts so y'all will understand and be clear that there's some people who have an objective view of everybody, of President Trump. I love President Obama, my whole heart. I ain't gonna lie. I got an objective view of him. I'm fond of President Biden. I'm fond of the second Bush. I'm very fond of the Clinton. You see what I'm saying? I'm fond of a lot of these presidents and these political people, but I'm still going to have an objective view. I'm not going to fall in line and be a pundit that I'm finna talk about that in a second about these pundits who defend him when he's wrong. That's just not right. Malu says, bottom line is we don't have financial problems because we created money. We have enough resources, but they don't want to share. And that's stupid because the world is wonderful and beautiful. Michael Thomas says the stocks fell is just a jump in. Yeah, that is true. You know who Soros is. Yes, I do, Ben. But I'm saying, Ben, are you Ben, are you gonna okay, look, I'm gonna go with Ben first, Michael, and I'm gonna come back to that comment. So Ben, so you're gonna say George Soros, everybody talk about George Soros. Bro, you know who Elon Musk is. Elon got more money than George Soros, and Elon out there in the public passing out $1 million checks. I'm saying Elon, 250 million, he the reason Trump won. So I'm saying, I don't like you saying the influence, like, okay, so George Soros, you saying he dictating the Democratic Party? To me, that don't, like, what's that mean? What's wrong with that? I always hear Republicans say like that, like that's something, like we expect something different than that. What's wrong with that? Okay, so he dictating the Democratic Party. He believes in what he believes in, so that's him standing on business. That's him spending his money on what he believes in. So he behind the scenes, he controlled the Democratic Party. Behind the scenes, he done bought public interest. He done bought Barack Obama. Who cares, bro? That's the game. Ben, I appreciate that, sir, but I just personally, I don't really too much care about that. Not me personally. If you got some hard corruption, I care about hard corruption, but all the like, Russian, the hoax stories and all that kind of stuff, I really, both ways. George Soros, okay, he's a, who cares? That's how I see it, Ben. That's just me personally. Y'all make sure y'all double tap that screen for me, man. I don't see nobody like it. There we go. Somebody just want double tap the screen for me. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell. Guys, Michael, I love your comments. Make sure you hit that notification bell so y'all come back every time we go live. Guys, if y'all want to become a member of the channel, $2.99 they start at, guys. Hit that button below with that $sign in it. Your donations are much appreciated, guys. Y'all make sure y'all jump down in the comments. Join me, Ben, and Michael and Malu. So let's see. I'm gonna go back to Michael. He says the stocks fall is the time to jump in. Yeah, that is true. That is true. But how we know we won't go in a recession? I forecast, another prediction. I make a prediction that if he doesn't get the prices down for the American people, bro, he was talking about the crises. He was talking about the housing crisis. Y'all know we got a shortage. Listen, y'all, let me help y'all out. We got a shortage of housing. Y'all know how much land the federal government owns that they could develop? And President Trump is a real estate mogul. You feel what I'm saying? So when he get those trade deficits done in 2026, he could be focusing on long-term developing land and see, because VP Harris said she was going to address that. She was going to build 3 million houses that's why housing costs are so high. So President Trump acknowledged that what President Biden did by letting all the people, yeah, that was part of the problem. But I'm saying we in that problem right now. And you've only deported 25,000 people in 2 months. So President Trump, if we on that, he gonna deport about 300,000 people, max. 500,000, 500,000 people max. I'm saying that ain't really no different than any other president has done. It's about average President Trump. Close the border, yeah, that's a good thing. But I'm saying that the problems Joe Biden made, so President Trump, you think you ain't got to fix the problems that the mess that Joe Biden made, the mess that he made. If he made a mess, the American people picked you, President Trump, to come be their hero. I could be your hero, baby. I could kiss away your pain. Who know that song? You see what I'm saying? That's what President Trump, that's what the people, I know that's goofy, but that's what they looked at you to come in and do, President Trump, to be the hero. But instead of being the hero, you coming in with a chainsaw. What? Hold up. Brian, see, we just voted for this dude, Michael Thomas Malou. We just voted for him. Because he finna, I'ma be your hero, baby. Here come President Trump. He finna be the hero. That's why we voted for him. Day one, bro. Yeah. He coming in here with the chainsaw. Like, what? Oh, we didn't expect this. This ain't what we voted for. 300,000 people gone. Yeah. From the federal government. Fire. You're fired. Cutting jobs. Cutting necks. Veterans, we don't care. If you disabled, we don't care. Get on out of here. You fired. Oh, wow. Wow. That's how we doing it, huh? Stage number 2 of Project 2025. Project 2025. Okay, it's not Project 2025. It's Project 2025 in 3/4. You feel? I'm just a true speaker, bro. No hate. Stage 2 is the tariffs. So I'm gonna jack tariffs on the whole world at the same time. If he would have left that in place for like 7 days later, the whole economy would have crashed at his hand. You see what I'm saying? If you got none but yes men around here, this is my point, Malu, baby. And Michael, he said 4 years ain't enough. It's not enough, Michael. Michael, you be talking real stuff in general. He need more time than that. And Michael, if he need more time than 4 years to do what he trying to do, he got to have enough sense. The strategist got to understand that my strategy got to be playing for 4 years and have longevity past them 4 years. Because when the Democrat come in next, everything he did, he going to just do it for the blue side. And everything President Trump did is going to be worthless. You got to have the strategist to understand that, Michael. That's a good point. Really good point. You feel what I'm saying? You got to have the strategist. When President Trump is saying that he going to declare on the whole world at the same time, what if everybody, y'all listen, hear the wisdom. Hear the wisdom. Come here now. Come get you some knowledge now. Say we all yes men. We all pundits. Like the pundit, I ain't going to call your name, my brother, but you from Mississippi, though. And you a Republican, and I hear you speaking up for President Trump because you have to, because President Trump ain't going to mess with you if you don't say the truth. Shout out Abby Phillips. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I be watching. Yeah, that girl a rock star. That's really all I want to see as a reporter because she fair and balanced. That's the temperament CNN that reporters need to have. Let me keep going, though. So say President Trump, like some of that stuff he be doing, we need to call him out on what he be doing, y'all. We just need to tell the truth about what's going on. Because if he put tariffs on the entire world at the same time and we all yes men, and we all just yes men, we can't say, look, we can't say President, we don't have nobody who could say President Trump this is a bad idea. Elon Musk ain't no yes man. Or he might be, but the tariffs hurt him, so he spoke out against him, and he's still speaking out against him respectfully. He's speaking out like a good employee, not trying to be disrespectful. But that's what you need. You need people who gonna let you know that, hey, man, I don't know what to, I love you, dog. I know you can't take no kind of criticism. See, I couldn't work for him because I'm going to tell, like, I got a disability. You feel for real? It sounds funny, but for real, personality disorder. I'ma tell you, it's like Tourette's. When that truth get inside of me, I can't contain it. It ain't like no scripture like I'm not worshiping. It's a chemical imbalance to where I'm gonna tell you something that I don't want to say, but it's gonna be straight truth that I wouldn't tell you if I was myself. Y'all feel that? Because I'm saying, if we got all yes men around him, and this man that put tariffs on the world at the whole time, you know what I'm going to do? I seen somebody said it in my IG, little pop message. Get your popcorn. That's what I'm finna do, baby. I'm finna get my popcorn. Because I already know that within 7 more days, with them tariffs, the way that the whole world's economy would have looked like COVID. I'm talking about stock market hit lows since 1952. It's still down trillions. It's still people who lost hundreds of thousands of retirement savings. Cost of living still not lower. That's what I'm saying. We need to speak that. Because if not, I never said what he trying to do. He trying to wreck America. I'm not saying that, y'all. Karl Rove said that he's seeking retribution, and it does look like he's seeking retribution. How many people think he's seeking retribution? That is how it looks, y'all. All I'm saying, Brian C., if we don't listen to the American people, man, like Karl Rove said, it's not going to end good for nobody. Because that's what we got to do, y'all. We got to listen to the people. The people voted for him. They put him there. Angelo says, thank God he won. What's up, Angelo? Angelo, I don't see you got that channel membership. So, Angelo, if you was going to donate anything at all, what I would like you to do is to get that channel membership. I would appreciate it. $2.99. You know what I'm saying? All my moderators, my day ones, man, I really would like y'all to be channel members. You know what I'm saying? But what's up, Angelo? He says he going to take care of business. But I'm saying, Angelo, your price of eggs, are they lower? Is your gasoline lower? Is your rent lower? Are you safer? Are the wars over? It's a good time to buy in the stock market, but how many people? Ain't nobody making no money. They losing money. It's in the red. Ben said retribution for what? Ben, he's saying that the Democrats stole the election from him. That's what he's saying. Ben, you the same one asked about George Soros. That's what Donald Trump's saying. He's saying that he won that election, and he mad about that. Listen, y'all, first, Ben, read the thumbnail down below. Get the thumbnail. Get the information first before you come in the stream. If you see it says analysis, I'm not giving no news. The news is in the thumb. I'm expecting y'all people, informed people to come in here. So you're going to read the thumbnail. You're going to know that I'm talking about Karl Rove. Look at the poll. I'm talking about Karl Rove in that Wall Street Journal article. I know you ain't read the article, but if you read the thumbnail, you'll have the understanding of what I'm saying. So the retribution for what? I'll just go ahead and break that down, Ben, for you since you asked. What I'm saying is that Karl Rove is saying President Trump saying that the Democrats stole the election from him. Okay? I know y'all heard him say that. That's what he's saying. Okay? So Karl Rove is saying that he ran again and became president again to get revenge on the people who stole the election from him, or who he thinks who stole the election from him. So what Karl Rove's saying is all his mind and focus is on getting revenge against President Obama. And I'm trying to tell y'all that y'all might not know this, but that's why I'm here, Angelo, to say it, that the American voter could care less about President Trump's revenge on Barack Obama. All we know is President Trump, you are president again. You are number 47. The average voter is not thinking about President Obama when they wake up in the morning. They're not thinking about George Soros. They're not thinking about all these people, President Trump, that you got beef with. So when they go in the grocery store, though, when they go to the gas station, when they look at the stock market and they get on that phone and they look at their 401k, what? Look at my 401k, y'all. What's wrong with my 401k? That's what I'm talking about. Angelo says DA of NY, Letitia James is in trouble. Yes, she is. That's unfortunate, though. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying, Angelo. We spending our time, Angelo. We spending our time getting retribution. Maybe I'm not saying he ain't right, President Trump. Y'all run back and tell him I said that, because y'all know Ghost is fair. I'm not saying he ain't right. I'm not saying she wasn't doing the same thing he doing. I'm not saying it wasn't a witch hunt, President Trump. It might have been. It might be. It might be a witch hunt. They might be out to get you. It might be all of that, President Trump. But I'm saying we voted for you. None of that. We didn't vote. Nobody voted for you, President Trump, because of none of that. They don't care about none of that. That's your thing and President Obama thing and George Soros thing and Elon Musk thing. That's above our pay grade, man. We don't care about none of that. That's what I'm saying. You got to have a mind to be able to understand and differentiate. Guys, I'm so sorry. Differentiate between hate and somebody trying to help you. Because that's not hate, President Trump telling you that the voters don't care about the beef between you and Barack Obama. President Trump, the voters don't care if the election was stolen or not. Bro, you won again. The voters care about, and that's all they care about. Angelo says, I hope she gets what she deserves. Angelo, that's not the right attitude, man. It is really not the right attitude to have, Angelo. Come on, man. Michael says, them dig tunnels, they gonna find another way to come. They always do. They always do. They always do. But Michael, you still gotta make the effort to attempt to work with them, is what I'm saying. Let them dig their own tunnels. Let them dig their own graves. I think that's what you're talking about, Michael. What I'm saying, he still got to make the effort to work with them. Hakeem Jeffries came out on TV. Y'all just go to the content. I got a video up. It's called President Trump, It's Time to Make That Call. And in the recording, he did an interview with Dana Bash on CNN, and Hakeem saying that he's ready to work with the Republicans, but they're not ready to work with him. You think he just saying that on CNN and just saying that to me? Go to the 86,000 people at the Bernie Sanders rally in Los Angeles. Democrats out there telling America that. And the average voter who don't know what's going on and they looking on TV and it's looking like that, they gonna believe what the Democrats saying, what I'm saying. That's what you want. I ain't saying, listen, I'm going to make this clear because I'm coming up on an hour and we're going to have to get some donations in here. We're going to have to end the stream. Listen, I'm not saying that President Trump can't win. He can win without the Democrats. Y'all, I'm not stuck. I'm going to say it again. I'm not saying that President Trump can't win. He can't win without the Democrats. I'm going to say it one more time so y'all don't get confused about what I'm saying. I'm not saying that President Trump can't win without the Democrats. What I'm saying, though, is that's a very hard, difficult road. I don't see how it gets done. That's what I'm saying. Maybe he got some kind of supreme scheme or supreme strategy. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you ask me for my advice at the chessboard right here, right now, I'm saying I don't care how you do it, but whatever you gonna do to help the people, do it quick. Because everything you've done, and that's what Karl Rove saying in that article, everything he has done to this point, Angelo, everything he has done to this point, Michael, everything he has done to this point, Brian C., has been to retribution, to get back. DEI. I'm going to attack DEI. I'm going to address that real quick, y'all. I'm going to attack DEI. That's why we got 12 people in here right now. You feel me? Because I'm going to attack DEI. Look, Brian C., hold up. Let me read a couple of y'all comments, and I'm going to do this, y'all, and then we're going to do the countdown. Angelo says, Malu, but the border crossing is down significantly, but he deported less people. Angelo, this is what I'm saying. This is what you need to do, Angelo. You need to go and research this. President Trump, in his first 2 months, he deported less people than President Joe Biden in his first 2 months. Did y'all know that? Angelo, did you know that? Angelo, did you know that? President Trump, in his first 2 months, the largest deportation in U.S. history, deported less than President Biden in his first 2 months, less than President Obama, both terms in his first 2 months, less than he did last time he was president in his first 2 months. Largest deportation in U.S. history. Cap. Angelo, you be in this stream a lot, and I called that back then. Cap. When he did the interview with the Fox host, and he was telling her that he was finna do the largest deportation in U.S. history. Cap. That ain't no hate. I'm not hating on President Trump. I'm a truth speaker. This is a truth network. Let's talk about DEI. So President Trump passed legislation where he says that, hey, a man is a man at birth. Y'all who know about what I'm talking about? He signed, excuse me, let me take that back. Passed legislation that he trying to be Congress by itself, one man Congress. President Trump wrote in an executive order that says we recognize a man as a man if he was born a man at birth. Y'all know about that executive order? Somebody look it up and throw it down below in the stream, the number of that executive order for me. President Trump signed an executive order that says that a woman is recognized a woman if she was born a woman at birth. President Trump, you woke. Y'all don't think like me. President Trump is woke, y'all. That's woke, ain't it? Ain't that what woke is? Isn't that what they saying woke is? Because I'm saying at birth, I was born a black man. So if me acknowledging I was born a black man, if I'm woke, then yeah, oh yeah, I'm wide woke, boy. You trying to tell me, you trying to listen, y'all some clowns. You got some clowns out there, a bunch of black clowns out here in America. You trying to tell me you gonna let this dude come in here and tell you not to say nothing about who you are no more. You can't, he gonna take your culture from you. This dude, he gonna come up here and tell you that it's against the law for you to say that I'm a black man. Come tell me that, bro. For real, you gonna wish you never met me, bro. I promise you. This little dude right here can make a lot of noise. Ask that dude that you be up there hanging with, that work with you, your little special employee. A lot of noise. You can't take, that's like me telling President Trump he can't say that he a white man. That's what you are. That ain't no being woke. You recognizing what you are is not being woke. That's the craziest thing I ever heard before. They be coming up with these new words that I didn't know. I guess I wasn't plugged in with politics like that. Like DEI, that's just affirmative action. I didn't even know what DEI was. That's why I did We the People. And then they talking about woke. What's woke? You woke because I know I'm a black man? Then you woke because you saying you a man. Just walk around. If you not woke, you going to walk around and say that, hey, I'm a human. No gender, no race, no nothing. I'm just a human. That's being unwoke by just walking around and saying, I'm just a human. That's crazy. I didn't choose to be black. This is what I was born as. So President Trump, you doing all that for the Christians, I would assume that you understand Christianity. So me, God made me black. Just like he made me a man and he made you a male. He made me a male, but you want to recognize a man, but you don't want to recognize me being black. Is that because that's a disadvantage for you or something? I got a disability. So I can't recognize I got a disability because if I say I'm disabled, I'm woke. If I'm going to say I'm disabled, I'm woke. Who in here? Malu. What's up, Malu, baby? And Malu says she on a job and she working with 15 men and she say she the only woman on the job. She woke. Angelo, make that make sense. I don't understand that. You woke because you recognize who you are. That's woke. I recognize that I am a black male, so I am woke. That don't make no sense. Y'all make that make sense. That's what woke mean? Let me give somebody a comment. Oh, he said the drug problem. It ain't nothing wrong with that, Ben. I salute him for that. I salute him for that. But I'm saying, like, how he gonna address the drug problem? He gonna do what Ronald Reagan did in 1980s and declare war on drugs? Well, Ronald Reagan couldn't get it done, but Trump can. But he's 7% in court. His winning percentage is at 7% in court. He winning 7% of his cases in court. But he finna do some Ronald Reagan failed policies of war on drugs. But being that's cool though. It's just you gotta know what you're doing. If you attacking Harvard Law for what they teach at their university, you gonna go to Boston. See, because President Trump said, oh, we weren't trying to sue him. Yeah, you just trying to get clout for them Christians. What's the preacher name? I ain't trying to name the preacher name. He going to the preacher, the Christian people who voted for him. He want to show the Christians like he getting at the liberals. He getting at Harvard Law. So you going to go to Boston. Bro, think about it. You in Massachusetts, bro. Donald Trump, you in Massachusetts going to Cambridge and telling them what they're going to teach at their university. Who is advising you? That look like you doing that for clout, man. That's a clout trip. Them people finna go in there and monkey slap you 15 times. Them people, Harvard finna take the Trump administration in that courtroom and embarrass you. President Trump, if I was you, I would tap out. That in the end, President Trump, you're going to look like a clown. You're not going to be great. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm going to pour water on the Democrats, DI, President Obama. You're going to pour water on them, but who cares if they wet? If you lose in the end, that's what I'm saying. Who advising you? That's all I'm saying, bro. Who told you to do some clown stuff like that? In Boston, Massachusetts. Bro, you talk about, do you know what the Freemasons are? Are you talking about, I hear people talk about these secret societies. Which one you want to talk about? Which secret society you want to talk about? Look, come on with it. Talk about it. Because you talking about Harvard? Hold on a second. Which secret society you want to talk about? Which one you want to talk about? Y'all put some down below in the stream. Y'all come on, name them. Illuminati's or whatever. I don't even know who would name some. But we talking about Harvard. That's all I'm going to say. Secret society, president, who's Harvard. You might could do that at Stanford. That's a great university. I ain't hating on Stanford, but you might get away with it. I don't know about California. Gavin Newsom going to sue you for breathing. Gavin Newsom suing you for looking warm. So you might not want to go to California, but you might could do that. Let me think of a liberal college in a liberal kind of place. Harvard and Massachusetts. President Trump, it ain't a judge in that federal courthouse that probably could stain your guts in Massachusetts. He might have two in there. In the whole state, the state ain't nothing but that big. He might have 2 federal judges in Massachusetts, President Trump. You walk straight into that. Because you coming out on president, this is what I'm saying. This is what it look like, clout tripping, retribution. Y'all go below in the poll, and y'all see, do you think Karl Rove's assessment? What is Karl Rove's assessment? Oh, I'm going to back out and I'm going to read the thumbnail and see what Karl Rove, a respected Republican strategist, wrote in the Wall Street Journal. Karl Rove. Retribution. You getting a Harvard, bruh, about what they teaching at school, because he talking about the Jewish hate. The Jewish hate is a civil rights issue. President Trump talking about freedom of speech on the Jewish hate at Harvard. Is that because Harvard's saying that's a civil rights issue. And if that's a civil rights issue, President Trump, you see how that thing go right back around in the circle. If that's a civil rights issue, President Trump, oh, you don't do civil rights though, do you, President Trump? Y'all don't do civil rights, right? Because if Harvard is hating on Jewish people, that is not a freedom of speech issue. That's a civil rights issue. But y'all don't do civil rights. That's why you try to make it freedom of speech. And then you're going to go try to tell them what to teach at their university. And look, you know when Harvard sued him, you know what he tried to say? Oh, we weren't meaning that you weren't meaning what? You gonna get on TV and try to do your little dance with your little conservative dance, because that's all it is. Listen, I'm a Christian, born again, sanctified, blood washed. But I know you can't go, not in America, you can't go telling people what they're teaching and not teaching on their university. That's clown stuff. That's not becoming of a president. That's not no hate, President Trump. You need me. You need the Elon to come tell you that, hey, we finna fall off a cliff. I know you mean well, but you got none but yes men around. For real. Because even if you didn't, you should have known. I said that. I did a story. You know Harvard finna sue you doing something like that. You know they finna light you on. They gonna pour gasoline on you, bro. Listen, I said this before. Y'all common sense. If as a litigator, okay, I went against whole law firms as paralegal. Yeah. I got a witness that could tell you right now. They had to tag in big dog attorneys on cases because I'm walking the dog on that dude 2 times. One I was litigating as a paralegal, the other I was ghostwriting. Okay, so look. If you got to go get your other attorney going to school you to the game. Bro, what? Harvard Law? Let me look at your lineup. I see you got 7 attorneys. More than likely, you ain't got no Ivy League attorneys. If you had one eye, depending on the location, if you was in Boston, you got $5,000 an hour lawyers in Boston. You see what I'm saying? But I'm saying if you got 5 Ivy League attorneys on your roster, you won't have that out of 7. Let's say you had 1. If you had 1, you got a big dog on your roster. You got somebody who graduated from Columbia. You got one that graduated from Princeton. You feel me? You got 2 big dogs on your roster. I'm saying you going against Harvard, that whole roster. No, President Trump, no. Y'all not ready. Not in no court. So you could get out there in public and politically, President Trump, it wins every battle. He never loses a battle. I heard somebody say that the other day, and that's so true, bro. That's why he won the popular vote. On the politics, he doesn't lose no battles. You see what I'm saying? He doesn't lose on the politics, but the mechanics and the approach and the strategy, he start messing with them tariffs. That man finna put the whole world in a recession. And then whenever Elon and them got him to back down off of him, he came back and was talking about some new tariff stuff. Like, what's wrong with that's what I'm saying. You got people around here, Pete Navarro, whoever these dudes. Listen, y'all shut up and sit down. He made the moves on the tariffs. I heard somebody say that the United States have made over $260 billion so far. He might make $1 trillion off them tariffs in 3 months, 2 months. $1 trillion, bro. That's a lot of money he made for America. I heard Elon and them cut like 250 billion off the budget. That's what I'm saying. Y'all making fun. When you step back and see, look, that's how I ain't no Democrat. You step back by and see and you see what he did now. He done some stuff. President Trump, you ain't, I'm saying you now. You done some stuff. Y'all talking right. Y'all having the right words and the right language. Oh, that's good. But you got to fix the cost for the people. If you don't want to do it with the Democrats, you're going to have to do a stimulus. How you going to give stimmy money out with the Democrats? How you going to do a tax cut? Oh, you're going to just do a resolution? They're going to just try to slam it through. Didn't they use one already? I thought they only got 2 a year, huh? Oh, they going to do it next year? I don't know, man. That's the state of a broken democracy, y'all. President Trump, we need to restore democracy, President T. That's how you be great. That's what make you a Ronald Reagan, to make you different. You see what I'm saying? Ronald Reagan, listen, y'all, I'm going to tell y'all a story about Ronald Reagan, and then we're going to go to the outro. Y'all make sure y'all double tap the screen for me. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. Been streaming about an hour and 15 minutes. Brian C got those channel memberships. We ain't got one donation, guys. If y'all want to donate to the channel, we would appreciate it. Super chat, super stickers, super thanks start at 99 cents. The button at the bottom with the $ in it. Channel donations as well. Listen, Angelo, this is what I'm saying, okay? Hold up, let me drink some water. I got to get ready for this. Outro. Before the outro, not hating on President T at all. No hate. Zero hate on you, President T. I promise. None at all. Like I said, I'm an independent. Let's talk about Ronald Reagan for a second, though, okay? Because that's the comparisons I see a lot in President Trump. Ronald Reagan was from Cali, right? Wasn't he? And Trump from New York. But I'm saying they both, like Trump was in TV, Ronald Reagan mostly in movies. I see a lot of similarities. This is what I want to say. How many of you guys have children? Okay, if you make below a certain amount of money every year, the black community don't even realize this. And white community too. The poor people are single women, single moms who have children. You know what I'm saying? Younger people, you know? When they file their taxes, they get a child tax credit starting at about $2,500, y'all, if I'm not mistaken. Y'all know who did that? Let me explain what I'm talking about. So Ronald Reagan, president, when I was born, 1980, when he left the White House, 87, 88, he did 8 years, right? 1988, Ronald Reagan, he ain't president no more. 2025, he ain't even allowed no more. But I'm gonna show you, like, if I was ever thought, dream, wanted to be a politician, do anything in politics, in my opinion, this is what I define as greatness. As a man, to get elected to a position and to have an opportunity to help people. President Ronald Reagan has helped since 1988, has done more for the American people than any other president. And he does it every year, and he's not even allowed. How many people got Social Security? Y'all know about presidents who started the Social Security Act? Greatness. Think about how many millions of people that got Social Security. You feel me? President Ronald Reagan, think about how many millions of poor people I know for a fact. I got the child tax credit before. I don't have no children, but I carry someone. My sisters, my family. I seen it in my community. It's people who depend on getting $9,000, $10,000. I know like A DJ, he a single man, bro. He came up off them child tax credits. It's President Ronald Reagan, man. You feel me? That's greatness, President T. See, President T's so jealous of President Obama. He's so, oh, I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud? He ain't jealous. It's just a friendly competition and a friendly rivalry. But that's President Obama, man. That's greatness. Listen, President T, you can't take that away. You can't take that away. That's greatness. It's President Obama. How many millions? Oh, right now, today, how many people got, 50 million? 50 million. I'm talking about good insurance. You talking about a problem in America where poor people don't have no insurance. Poor people can't get insurance. They're underinsured. That's not just hurting. That's hurting the hospitals. That's hurting the doctors. That's hurting whoever's having to pay and write off those medical bills they can't afford to pay. Barack Obama, Blue Cross Blue Shield, baby. No copay, pay for no medicine. Yeah. Millions of people Obama did that for. Millions. President Trump, that's what I'm saying. Trump, okay, President Trump, in your mind, when you leave legacy, you want to be great. What they going to remember you for? No, what you mean? Hold up. Angela, I don't know what you mean by that. Yeah, I believe a lot of stuff that you commented on. It's just the differences of opinions. This is what I'm saying. President Trump, what you gonna be remembered for, your greatness that you gonna go down for in the end? Because you gotta think about history. 10 years from now, bro, people not gonna be they're gonna be on to the next. A lot of the older electorate gonna be dead, and the newer people, and like 10 years, a lot of these people here that barely remember Barack Obama, some of them were too young, some of them were like 15 and 16. Like I was born with Ronald Reagan, so I don't remember him really. I just studied him. But I'm saying, what they gonna remember President Trump for if he don't have no child tax credit? What they gonna remember you, President Trump, if people can't do this, because that's touched their lives. They might not even think about it in their mind, but they know. That's why that man, they love that man. They love Barack Obama, boy. President Trump know that. They love him. That's why President T, because he did something for the people. He listened to the people. He did more than that. I could get into it. So the people who my age, they remember about Obama. But I'm saying, President T, what they going to remember you for what you did for the people. That's all I'm going to say. They're not going to remember no terror. Yeah, they'll remember the terrorist. History will remember the terrorists. But if you don't do nothing for the people, even that historian who's writing that, you know what he going to remember? Because President Trump, my projection is, you saying that it won't be no recession this year. It don't have to be a recession at all if you get them costs down. Stock market, it rebounded. It's still under 40,000 points. What time is it? It might be over 40,000 points right now. I pray it go up. But then the way you keep that up, President Trump, is you lower that cost. You stabilize the economy. And you will stabilize the economy by stabilizing Main Street. That's the difference between the Democrats and the Republicans. Every single time we got in trouble, who got us out? I love you, President Bush, the second one. But that stock market crash, who got us out of that? And then COVID, who got us out of that? Every time you get a Republican, it's always a Democrat, because the Democrats are smart. They know, I'm going to stimulate this economy by ejecting money down into the economy. They're not just saying that they're going to give away to, they believe in this. You understand that Bernie Sanders, he believes in this. He's not just saying that to get votes. See, the Republicans think they just do it to get votes. That's what it looked like, because they ain't trying to help nobody. So the Republicans look like they just trying to copy the Democrat. Oh, we're going to tell them we'll give them something and they'll vote for us. Hey, y'all, we're going to vote for them. But what I'm saying is the Democrats believe in this. That's the whole difference between the two parties. The Dems believe in it, man. Because when you eject that money into what they gonna do, they get $1,500. A broke man, that check gonna be gone in 2 days. He's spending more money into the businesses. Businesses making money. You could do it with a stimulus. You could do it with tariffs on the whole world. If you stimulate the American economy, because the world, listen, they don't understand. I don't have to be an economist to understand that the world is feeding off America. If American markets falls, the whole world falls. If the American dollar falls, y'all tell me I'm wrong. So what I'm saying is, if he keeps the homeland in America, or even if the markets is hurting, you put enough pressure on the country, you can make him sign a deal tomorrow, because he know you would destroy him. With you, they'll starve. You can make him sign a deal tomorrow if you really wanted to pay the game, or you could back off the tariffs. However you want to do it, President Trump, I'm saying, if you don't do nothing for the people, you don't lower the cost. So the poll question, do you think Karl Rove's assessment of Trump's first 100 days on spot, or is it just hate? 57% say he hating, 43% says no, President Trump is ignoring the people. Karl Rove is a very well-respected Republican strategist, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I might not have the respect for but I know that I call a lot of stuff. And I'm sorry, I'm with Karl Rove on this one, y'all. Guys, we got about 7 more minutes. We're going to be out. If you guys want to keep discussion, y'all go ahead and hit that button below with the $ in it. Donations start at 99 cents, guys. We ain't had one donation. It takes money, you see what I'm saying, for me to take my time and do the chat. Brian, see, I thank you, though, for those channel memberships, though, because those channel memberships do support us. But it's all cool, though, guys. You know, I'm not tripping. I'm not complaining. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, an hour and a half, I give that to y'all for free on the love. You know what I'm saying? We'll be live again tomorrow, too. You know what I'm saying? Live again tomorrow at 7 a.m. That's why I ain't tripping, y'all. 5 minutes, 6 minutes, man, we out. Let someone want to donate, guys. Legal Wars Live. I love every last one of y'all. Yo, 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 that's my time, y'all. I appreciate every last one of y'all, like I said before, for participating. Again, we're going live tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Central. Y'all make sure y'all look at the thumbnails, read the thumbnails, man. Because now we changed it. I don't do like news like a lot. Sometimes I'll do news, but most of the time it's going to be just like today, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I got a $2 donation. Who did the donation? I appreciate that. Probably Brian C., huh? Who did that donation while I was gone? I didn't even see who did the donation, y'all. I apologize about that. But somebody donated $2. I appreciate that $2 donation. Thank y'all for that. You know what I'm saying? But guys, like, if you guys donate like regularly, if I'm doing a stream, y'all donating, then I'm gonna go prepare content. So I'm gonna do news, I'm gonna do analysis, I'm gonna do forecast, and I'm gonna give you a whole show. But like today, lately, if it's been kind of slow, saying it's been dead, I'm gonna do a lot of forecasting and analysis. So you're gonna get pretty much the same thing, but I'm expect when y'all come in here, you already know the news story, because that's why I take the time and put the thumbnail there, so I don't have to cite it or nothing. You know where the news source is coming from. That Karl Rove story. If you hit that thumbnail, I put everything up there so YouTube could tell y'all what I'm talking about. You feel me? I appreciate y'all. I love every last one of y'all. I think we're talking about Josh Shapiro. You got to check the thumbnail. I think we're talking about Josh Shapiro tomorrow in the house fire. I'm not sure, but I know we are live tomorrow at 7 a.m. Central, man. Legal Wars Live, man. I'm a Christian, man. I uploaded it. I got a new vlog coming out. It's called The Pardon. Hold up a second, man. Somebody didn't tell me, so we can't leave yet. Somebody, hold up. Let me see. I see a news says $20 tips, says boom, 11p here, praying you are here. Well, brother, thank you, baby. Thank you so much, A new, for that tip, that $20 tip. You know what I'm saying? She says it's 11 p.m. here. Hope that you are well. I hope I am too, baby. And I hope you are too. You know what I'm saying? I love you mad much, because every time you come in here, you show some love. You know what I'm saying? Because of a news tip, you guys, I'll extend it some. Of course, that's what I said. Being said, so Trump definitely addressing the drug problem. I think that's already, didn't he say that already? I think we talked about that already. So Malu says people should stop going to work and start working together. Forget about the paper, because the paper is what the skills you possesses. Malu, I like that, because I think that's Angelo. I see you, baby. I'm gonna get to you in just a second. Malu, I like that, but I think it's a balance though, because you need the work. Listen, like, so whenever you go to work, that is working together too. Number one. Number two, everyone can't like not work, and you know what I'm saying. But the men who don't work create the work. You know what I'm saying? Hey, new paying that $20 and Malu asking that question, I just gave y'all a bunch of wisdom and knowledge, and it just went over probably some of y'all head, and y'all don't even know it. We talking about work. Unless you a bum, we ain't talking about a bum. We talking about somebody who contributing into society. We talking about men who chase greatness, men who show power that they shouldn't possess, like winning in courts they shouldn't win in, and beating those Ivy League educated attorneys I was telling y'all about, beating them, and they shouldn't beat them. Create wealth. It's men who don't work that create to build cars that change the world and shoot rockets into the sky. They don't work, they create the work. You got some men and some people, it's all through America. You know how many small business people who own 5 weed eaters, a ride lawnmower, and a push lawnmower, and make $45,000, $50,000 a year working 20 hours a month. What about him? He's a small business owner. Do we ever think about those kind of those small business owners? You see what I'm saying? He a small business owner. He getting money. He getting bread. He could create jobs too. That's what I'm saying. It's some people, I think I'm trying to say followers and leaders. You have workers and you have those who create work. Some people create work and some people do work. It's it's a difference. I'm a work creator. I'm a create work. I got work. If I want work, that's with me being disabled and me finna get paid from that too. I still got that they can't like charge me with. That I can make more money than that check they owe me with off of this work. You feel me? I got work too. You see how that finger crooked kinda? You can't tell, look at that finger. You could tell that finger deformed. How that happened? I got work too. State of Texas. Yeah, salute. State of Texas, baby. It's a justice state. I got work too, baby, all day. And on my retirement, that could be work too. That's what I'm saying. I got work too. You gonna create work or you gonna clock in? I could create it. I done showed it. Hundreds of thousands. Oh, sir, hey, hold on a second. Y'all, hold on a second. Hey, new pay for this, though. Y'all remember? Y'all, hold on a second. Hey, sir, are you an attorney? Okay, I got a case right here for you. This is a multi-million-dollar case. I'm going to sit it down on your desk. Create work, baby. There's creators. Because you don't see me with a lawnmower or because you don't see me scrubbing the floor or washing a car, because that's what y'all know is creating work. Is washing a car, scrubbing the floor, or that's what y'all know to create work. When you say you create work, what does he do? Oh, he's built houses. He owns a construction company. Oh, he owns a lawnmower company. Oh, he washed car company. Oh, he got a computer fixing company. That's what y'all know is creating work. But my creating work is different. My creating work is in the courthouse. I open up a case. I create work. I'm helping keeping the lights on in these courthouses. Real talk. Because when I file that case, it's going to be thousands, tens of thousands spent. Tens and tens and tens. And in every prayer, wherefore premises considered, Your Honor, for the great state of Texas, and the great district courts, in the great city of Houston, Your Honor, wherefore premises considered that the defendant pay all court costs and all court fees, past and present, interest, everything. Try to make them pay the court $2,000 just in the court fee. You feel me? Fee $500. I'm gonna try to get $2,000 out you for the court, boy. I create work. What about the court reporters? They gonna have to do a deposition. Forex, create work. I put the courts to work, boy. I put the legal people to work. I put the state of Texas. I put the investigator to work, boy. Some people create work, and since some people who do work, boy, I put them to work. I put them to work. I put the civil rights people to work, boy. You don't think so? Call the EEOC and ask them how many investigations they did in my name, boy, in the last year and a half. That's the government, federal government, civil rights. Put them to work. Some people put people to work and some people go to work. Real talk. This what y'all ask. I knew, and Malu said she wanted, so I'm going to kick the game to you. You feel me? I put in the work. I pick up the phone, man, I put in the work. I'm a legal person, man. I put the state of Texas to work. About 3, 4, 5 calls. Messages, everything. Hold up a second, little baby. Nah, it's time to go to work. You got to enforce that justice, bro. We justice people, bro. What you hesitating for, dude? This what we do. We enforce the law specifically to protect marginalized groups. So before I get out of here, let me remind you, if you discriminate against a black person, pray God, I ain't nowhere around. That's what happened with Moses. President Trump, you gonna hate on Moses? Oh, Moses was woke, y'all. See, you don't want no truth and no knowledge. You want to be in your party and believe your party right, because over here, I'm going to give you unbiased truth. Christians, where my Christians at? Was Moses woke? Because when did God, and let's see how much you know about the Bible, when did God appear before Moses in the burning bush? What Moses had did? Somebody was messing with one of the Hebrews. Moses was woke. Was messing with one of Moses' brother, Hebrew brother. You see how he put the woke, like the black brother. You know, these dudes, these white dudes messing with my brother, my woke. And Moses killed him. But Moses woke. If you discriminate against a black person and I catch you, I don't care what nobody's saying, you're going to pay for it. If I know your business owner has an employee that's a manager, that one night on an overnight shift, he follows her, a woman, into the bathroom, and sexually assaults her. If I know your business did that, bro, yes. You think against women. Listen, this is what I told the state investigator. 999 disabled veterans before me you discriminated against. I don't care what your reason is for right now, because if you ever come to me and ask me to discriminate against a disabled veteran, I don't care who you are, I'm going to tell you you might get sued. Now, because that's like going to the police and asking him to sell some drugs for you. You might get one of them, you might catch one, but that's a risky game. Don't come to me. I don't understand that. So if they doing it to one, they'll do it to another. So you did it to 999 people before me in my mind, because you did it to me, he'll do it to you. Y'all just don't know it. He didn't do it to you today because you might have money, but he gonna do it to somebody. You don't understand how hate is. Ignorant of hate. I'm not. 10 toes. What about the other 999 veterans behind me he gonna do it to and think it's cool with that Jim Crow stuff, boy? Nah. It's gonna get worse before it get better. Either way, let's get to it, bro. He don't know my name. That's who I am. You feel me? But I'm saying what I'ma lose. Because some people lose 71 billion. Ooh. What it cost you, man. See, what you don't know, if it don't cost you nothing, it's so easy to bounce back. It ain't costing nothing. I ain't got nothing to lose. That's why you don't mess with somebody who is smart as you or smarter than you, who don't have nothing to lose. Or you do. What's it gonna cost you? That's the question. It's gonna cost something. It's just that my get back ain't like most people get back. The get back that I believe in, it ain't like most people get back. I ain't gonna meet you on the streets and do nothing to you. I ain't gonna look you up and come find you. Nah, I believe in God. Yeah. Yeah, boy. They're like that. Son, hey, son ain't like that. Yeah, that's what I believe in. You know what he believe in here? Executor of justice. He is the judge. Every judge I talk about, I got respect for. They're just a representative of the judge, and that's God. That being said, man, look, we got them donations up a little bit in the end. A new, my baby, she always come through. Brian C., I appreciate you too, man. I know I trailed off at the end, man, but like I always, man, you got to stand 10 toes in what you believe. Every day I wake up, man, I feel it in my mind that I'm not going to bother nobody, do nothing to nobody. I ain't got nothing against nobody. I'm minding my business. I'm staying in my lane. When I had to pay taxes, I paid taxes. I don't have to pay taxes right now. Then whatever's due to me or owed to me, I'll patiently wait. And in the meantime, I'll be getting more. If you pay it on time, there ain't no reason for me to attempt to get more. If I'm attempting to get more, then you ain't paying what you need to pay on time. So you getting taxed. Take your time. You must have forgot. See, this is what I said. Look, I'm diverting off the point, man. This has nothing to do with the stream, but I want to talk about it so bad. But that's the discipline I'm not. Because see, that bloody April turned into a bloody May, man. You feel me? I'm going to thank God regardless of what situation I am because I believe in the real God. And he already blessed me. He said, I have a plan for thee. You feel me? He feel me? And I don't care what the devil say, try to hate him what he do or whatever he might be trying. I don't care. I ain't got no time for it. Whenever you get in those situations, because them situations come, it'll get worse before it get better. They're going to come. I welcome them. That's how I get paid. They had look. My opposition hadn't learned what amelioration is yet. I might as well have it on my shirt. I named the business like ameliorate. What that mean? That like I don't know. I'm just curious. I'm everything. Because that's gonna tell me what this dude. Well, you know how important the name is. Maybe they don't know how important the name is. If you're a Christian, you know that's in the Bible. That's the first thing they start with you is your name. So if he choose this, oh, he just chose the word that sound good. It's called ameliorate legal. Y'all, if you get in any situation, by the time they catch up with me, I might waste some time and go through a struggle, but you're going to have to kill me to stop me from getting $1 million. You ain't going to stop it. It was anointed by God. The only person who could stop me from getting it is myself. I did that before. I don't care how I look. It's not happening this time. Guys, if you ever get in a situation and the enemy, that's what the people say. I call him the devil, the evil. You know what I'm saying? D-E-V-I-L, the evil, the devil. If he is ever like negativity, blocking you, hating you, plotting on you, trying to destroy you, sometimes he might get an advantage on you, but somebody like me, boy, I start doing that dance on that boy. You feel me? Hey, whenever you get in that situation, that's why I'm happy, bro. Real talk. Because it ain't nothing you could do. I already won. I seen the end. Where my paperwork? You want me to show you the end? I already seen it. It's like the scripture be getting revealed in my life. You know, I got the plans I got for thee, to prosper thee, and to give thee expected end. Lord, I seen the end you got for me. It ain't got nothing to do with wanting more. It's got to do with what's right and what's wrong. If somebody show you some mercy, how you return that? By coming back and talking smack? That's how you return mercy. Because, see, I'm going to show you now that it was mercy that I showed you. Look at my finger. I showed you mercy, bro. That's mercy. I not flip for real. Like, look at this finger. And look at this finger. Like, be for real, bro. Be for real. I showed you mercy. I was just gonna live like that ain't got no fault of my own, and you know what you did, and what you think that I can't prove. I don't have to. I ain't really gotta prove nothing. Not really. I just gotta prove that the dude come snatching the camera out the wall. That ain't gonna help you. Bro, I got what I need. You slow. But you know what you dealing with. But even though I was gonna let it go, bro, I'm just walking around with my finger like I was just gonna let that go. Bro, I lost use of this hand. I can't use this hand for this. Is my right hand. It pains me when I write. It's gonna affect me later on in life. And I was gonna let that go. But you jaw jacking. And you playing with disabled veterans' money. So somebody gotta pay. It might not be you yet. Don't end up paying triple. It might not be you yet. My boy Ben, it's gonna get a lot worse than it before it get better. A lot. I'm built for it, boy. That's who I am. I was born in abject poverty with nothing. That's when I was the greatest. At my greatest. With nothing. What goes? That boy always be saying some stuff. You know why I was at my greatest when I was with nothing? Brian, see, you still ain't here. This why I was at my greatest when I was with nothing, boy. This is how I become great. You feel me? You just slow. See, if you were smart, I wouldn't give you no battles. Look, when people come at me, they come at me all the time, like almost on a daily basis. And I could do something and crush them, and I'll show them how I could crush them. You see how you at that, and there's a camera right, and I could write. I show them how I could crush them, but I usually don't do it. I just let them have the battles. But when it's time to get on it, but I'm gonna make sure you do something wrong. Because when you do something wrong, y'all don't believe in God, but I believe in God. That's the difference between me and you. I'm gonna write down what you did to me when you do something wrong. Dead serious. And I'm gonna go take it to God. I'm gonna put it at his feet, what you did to me. And I'm gonna just believe. I'm gonna step back and believe. Whatever happened was what happened. It's what happened. Win, lose, or draw. But whenever the rain come, boy, I'm gonna get to dancing. Y'all know me. Y'all remember that blowing kiss? I'm gonna start, whenever it start raining hard for real, I'm gonna start blowing kisses at you. He know he finna break me. He know he finna break me. Cause see, I already know the end of the story, and I finna triple it. And bro, I'm talking about, he know he finna, I got him in the spot. He done seen it before. He know I ain't gonna break. I just bored, I guess. He know he finna break me. He got me now. He got me. I got him now. I'm gonna blow a kiss at you, boy. Come here, boy. Let me kiss you. That boy, cuckoo. Hey, cuckoo. Come here, boy. Let me kiss you. Hey, y'all know a good doctor, because I can't walk around like that. I can't use this hand, bro. That's a whole nother disability on everything. That's a whole nother disability. I seriously lost a percentage of the use in this hand. The doctor gonna tell you there's there's something wrong with my whole hand. That finger's is living on. Look at the other one, and look at this one. Come here, boy. Hold up. Hey. Hey, look. Every attempt you make. Look, when I'm gonna tell y'all this before I go, like for real this time. Whenever Pharaoh, y'all know the story about Pharaoh and Moses in the Bible. See, Pharaoh knew Moses. They were friends. Pharaoh and Moses was friends. You see what I'm saying? He knew Moses. So every time Moses came in and told him, hey, God said this, Pharaoh didn't believe that. Man, whatever. That's just Moses. Stuttering. And Pharaoh would call his own people and try to do the same trick that Moses was doing too. Y'all know that story in the Bible, man. Pharaoh didn't believe it. He couldn't let him go. We know how the story ended, man. This is the day the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. Hey, New, I appreciate you, baby. Brian C. Whoever did that $2, I didn't say it. Thank you guys so much. I love all y'all. We live tomorrow. Politics again, 7 a.m. Central. Same time, same kind of discussion. Just read the thumbnail, y'all. Check out the new videos on YouTube, y'all. Make sure y'all double tap this, you know what I'm saying, on your way out or when you're watching it. Thank you so much, y'all. Legal Wars Live. See y'all later. Might be 2 or 3 people that pop